all know how important it can be to help the community. And so does the Volunteers of America DAKOTAS, who have made that their mission for 100 years. From developing youth centers to finding homes for the homeless, they have deep roots and an even deeper passion to serve this community. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Max Hofer takes you through VOA's history and how it might inspire their future.
John Hart doesn't need to flip through old photos to recount his early days as a part of the Volunteers of America DAKOTAS.
I came here when we were just a small fledgling nonprofit by the name of Threshold Youth Services back then.
He first joined in 1984. At the time, Threshold was looking to expand their youth services program, focusing on helping runaways.
I was hired to kind of kick that off for the organization.
It was housed in a historic building that served as a group home on Phillips Avenue. They also rented a space on Minnesota Avenue next to the Dixie Bake Shop.
So people that had been around for a while would know the Dixie Bake Shop. And we employed about 30 people back then, and I think had roughly a $300,000 budget.
A few years later, they merged with another nonprofit called Turnabout.
Threshold was providing a lot of the, social services aspect of it, while they provided the employment and the educational services. And we thought that the two of them getting together could become a lot more impactful on the community and the people that were served.
That pairing became Turning Point of South Dakota. At the same time, the VOA had a smaller presence in Sioux Falls, working mainly in child care services. After a couple of years and conversations, the nonprofits would evolve into what we know today as the Volunteers of America DAKOTAS.
We are just shy of 400 employees. We have 19 different locations and a budget, just shy of $20 million.
Hart currently serves as one of the managing directors. He recalls what he considers a highlight of his career, working with Herb Bowden.
It came alongside us back in the late 90s to address the issues of youth that were just kind of hanging out on the Loop, famous Loop at that time, and in downtown Sioux Falls.
Bowden purchased what was known as Irving Elementary and turned it into the Bowden Youth Center.
It was just a place for young people, no matter who you are, where you came from, what your background might be, you could come there and be welcomed.
This November, the organization hit their 100-year anniversary. As a part of the virtual celebration, members from the VOA shared memories of helping others and of those who have paved the way for newer members like Sarah Hansen. She has been the Director of Strategic Initiatives for 7 years.
I get to play a part in a little bit of everything, getting to guide the vision and the strategy of our organization.
She was inspired to join the VOA because she feels that they share the same core values.
We don't go where it's popular to go. We don't go where it's fun to go. We go where we're needed.
Hansen says watching the celebration filled her with pride of being part of a group with such a powerful legacy.
We're touching almost 10,000 lives every single year, and so there's a lot going on at this agency, and even having been here for 7 years, I feel like I'm still learning something new.
Hansen is also in charge of leading the organization's out-of-school time services.
Our kids are growing their academic and reading and math scores faster than their peers, and that's really, really something that I'm proud of.
And that mission has only become more important during the middle of a pandemic.
We've been really gung-ho on expanding our telehealth services recently because at the same time that people are needing more behavioral health services, it's harder for them to get there and come in person.
Behavioral Health Service was able to make a seamless flip to virtual to make communication convenient to those who need it. They've also expanded the out-of-school time services to benefit parents who still have to go to work. Transitions that serve as a strong metaphor for what the organization has always done: adapt to what comes next.
We are going outward and onward. I'm really excited that we are looking at ways that we could possibly expand our out-of-school time services and enhance that programming because we know there's more children in the community who need these services.
Even though a lot has been accomplished in the past 100 years, Hansen and Hart both agree that there's still more to be done.
Our vision has been the same since we were founded in 1920. We're just called to go wherever we're needed and do whatever comes to hand.
There's still things out there that are challenges to me personally that I'd like to be able to try to tackle. And also just the belief in all the people that work here. We have an incredible staff even a WET program you work in that are so dedicated, and to see that and to just maybe be a little part of that, to be able to continue to help make some things like that a reality, keeps me going.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Max Hofer.
If you'd like to help the VOA and their mission, you can donate to the nonprofit through their website. We have a link to it in this story at KELOLAND.com.